Okay. Would you like to see the most hilarious spaghetti code in the game? So, to explain what the heck just happened, the TLDR is that Pyrotechnics is borked beyond belief. So the basic behavior of Pyrotechnics is really nothing to write home about. You just single take a damage and a forced heat proc. That's about all it does. It produces a number of flame pillars and deals damage both based on the amount of power strength on the frame. So more strength means more pillars to hit more enemies and more damage to make better heat procs, which is fine, especially in in the context of Temple's kit. But Banshee doesn't care at all about heat procs. She's like sonar doesn't do anything for heat whatsoever. Heat procs don't use sonar in their base damage formula, and they don't use sonar as like a final multiplier either because the dot ticks will occur on the enemy's health pool directly. They don't target limbs at all. So sonar can't buff it in any way. But that's fine because for some reason, when the enemy is ragdolled, the fire pillars will deal damage to every single hurt box across the enemy's entire body. So there's a way we could use sonar. If sonar happens to be on one of those hurt boxes, then we could multiply the raw damage of the flame pillars. Even though it's not going to go into the dot, it's not going to go into the dot status damage at all. Doesn't matter. The raw damage is enough to kill basically anything. And we can do one better, though, because for some reason, there's another bit of jank with Pyrotechnics, which is that it will inherit the damage multipliers from universal weapon bonuses, such as Arcane Arachne, or my personal favorite, Vigorous Swap. So press the swap button, ragdoll everything, and hey look! More than doubles the damage! So yeah, it's fantastic. You can run Banshee as a full caster DPS frame and never use her guns. So, getting into the build, I've got an unmodded Bratton and an unmodded Mark 1 Kunai. I guess that's kind of disingenuous. They both have the minus zoom mod on them so that I don't have to watch my screen bob in and out when I'm aim gliding. And I've got Amalgam Barrel Diffusion for movement. But yeah, that's about it. And then Praetos, I've got Melee Kareen on it, and then I've got some Incarnate Evolutions that are making it, they're giving me movement speed. But the actual crux of the build, though, is just Sonic Fracture with Vigorous Swap, and then a bunch of just quality of life improvements. So the rotation we're going to be doing is where you press 1, you press swap, and then you press 4. And if you're not doing the rotation, you are pressing 2. That's the entire gameplay loop here. We've got maxed out energy efficiency because we're spamming so much. This just helps a lot. Arcane Energize makes it so anytime we win the coin toss with this Arcane, we just get our entire energy pool back. Summoner's Wrath will power up our companions' duplex clones, and that will give us a lot more energy orbs to work with because every time a duplex bond clone kills something, it has a 50% chance to drop an energy orb. Yeah, Firewalker for movement, catalyzing shields just gives us an extra margin for error. You can totally replace this with anything you want, really. We are going to be invisible most of the time, so it really doesn't matter that much. Augur Secrets just gives us access to shield gating and also more power strength to power up both Sonar and Pyrotechnics. Umbral Intensify, same deal. Stretch, just we wanted more range because that makes Sonic Boom a lot more usable. Bolt Augmented, more power. And yeah, that's it. That is everything going on with Banshee. And then Shade, yeah, just primed regen to revive it faster. All 3 of these mods are just to revive it faster. This thing doesn't have assault mode, so Momentous Bond doesn't do anything for its damage. This doesn't apply to the duplex clones at all. It's just for the recovery time. And this is just on the off chance there are health orbs around the room. This helps it revive faster. Like, you could put anything you want on here, really. It's just mostly to taste. The important stuff is Duplex Bond, Ghost, and Ambush. And honestly, even Ambush is pretty much useless in the current loadout where I'm not using any weapons with actual builds. This doesn't do anything for me. But like if I were to be using something like, I don't know, the Furious Incarnate or something, this would make it really good for burst damage, but yeah. This is a universal weapon bonus. I can activate it and then proceed to use it for Pyrotechnics if I want to, but then that would involve giving up the invisibility. But yeah, and this is just for survivability. The Vergless Prime just got multi-shot, status damage, status that does damage, and then the other status that does damage. And then Serration for base damage and Vile Acceleration for fire rate, more status per second. That's basically it. Yeah, and that's pretty much the entire build. So I'll just go ahead and jump out and go do just some mission to show it off. Let's see, what do we got? There's a conjunction survival, that'll work.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive. Give them all warriors down.
Void Fishers, you need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? The Orichan Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support. Found a Fisher. Look out for reactants. The enemies are dropping reactants. Keep fighting. Look for more reactants. That bypass will hasten recovery.
Need to go collect orbs, one sec.
If you have a necromancer, this would be an excellent place to deploy it. Well done, Tenno. Your relic is open.
You know, it just occurred to me, I picked up the bypass and then just left it on the ground somewhere with after swapping weapons. There we go. Let's go ahead and throw that in.
Thank you for the help, Tenno. You've cleared a path for me.
What the heck just took 15 million damage on one of those ticks? Stuff's got overguard. 1 second. We're gonna just strip that with Osbach. Oh yeah, and Overguard is one thing that this build is actually quite weak against. And for that, like, if an enemy with Overguard shows up, you just strip a little bit of it with Zid on Osbach and then just nuke it with the Operator. The FOD Scaffold just obliterates everything. It doesn't really matter what level, so... we go.
Oculists are scanning for targets.
Now, I really didn't need to do the entire setup process if I was going to just hit my one. Whatever.
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is just how the build works. Just press 1, press swap, and then press 4. Where your keys are laid out could make a pretty huge difference for how comfortable this build is. Like, I can't really imagine this being comfortable to use if you are using the default keybinds. I have all of my abilities on the letters F, C, X, and Z. So, like, for me, it's just like, it's pretty easy to hit my abilities and then hit my swap key. My swap key is on Q, so it's just like all right there around my hand, and I don't need to extend anything to hit it. But I could also see this all being a hassle if you have your keys on like the side buttons, or your abilities on the side buttons of a mouse, right? Like if you've got like one of those MMO mice with the ridiculous number of buttons on the side. I could see that tiring your thumb out pretty quickly. But anywho, that's everything I got to show you. I encourage trying it out. It's a pretty fun change of pace from the usual weapon platform setups on Banshee. Yeah. See ya.